It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Alright, so I had to sound off on this because I was on Boxing Scene and I saw this atrocity of a statement heading into the Zhilei Zhang Joseph Parker fight. You know, we're all excited about that fight here on True School Sports. Really and truthfully, that's the real main event on that card, not Joshua Ngannou. None of the other fights can hold a candle to Joseph Parker versus Zhilei Zhang, right? So they were speaking to Zhang's trainer, Zhilei Zhang's trainer, Sean George. You know, Sean George been in this corner for a long time, well-experienced coach, and he had a lot to say about the fight, and he had one thing to say in particular that kind of really rubbed me the wrong way, and it kind of has me preying on the downfall of Zhang. You know, I'll get into all that here in a second, but let me read you guys the whole statement verbatim, word for word, so just bear with me and just please watch the whole video. He stated the following, and I quote, "You're going to see a little bit of everything. Zhilei is one of those fighters that can actually do everything, one of those fighters that can make adjustments. One of the things you guys aren't paying attention to is that he can make adjustments. He's a little bit different. Zhilei, every time you see him, Hrgovic first, George Wade's fight to the second to now, you're going to see a whole other strategy. He's a different fighter. Zhang is well schooled. He's an athletic big man. He can move around. He's not one-dimensional. He doesn't just come forward. He does a lot of things in there. And he can work the body. He can work the head. The game plan for this fight is just to keep making adjustments. We're going to do what we're going to do. No one is going to stop us from doing it. We bank on everything until he folds. I've been working with him for over 14 years in China and in the U.S. as an amateur. Riddick Bowe, seriously, he's a Southpaw version of Riddick Big Daddy Bowe," end quote. Now, for those of you guys who know me, you know anytime a heavyweight starts comparing himself, or the trainer starts comparing himself, or networks start comparing a fighter to Riddick Bowe, my eyebrows automatically raise, my antennas go up, and I automatically start getting hypercritical. Why? Because you guys know how highly regarded Riddick Bowe is here on this channel. You guys know what I think about him as a heavyweight. You know, to me, Riddick Bowe, when we talk about big men at that size, at heavyweight, to have all the attributes of a great fighter, he had them all. He just didn't have the discipline, but he still was undisputed champion, and he was still an Olympic silver medalist. And even despite him not even being the most disciplined guy for most of his career, still accomplished a whole lot. So anytime you start comparing, and the thing is, I know Riddick personally, and he's wrapped my hands, and I used to train with him and stuff back in the day, so I know how smart he was as a heavyweight. I really know, I have a really full picture of how great Riddick Bowe was, right? So anytime I hear Jared Anderson, like I hear people on ESPN, analysts, compare Jared Anderson to Riddick Bowe, and that makes me like a little bit I want to pray for Jared Anderson's downfall, just not because of him, but because of people, the hype he gets. And now you got Sean George, Zhang's trainer, hyping his guy up. Now, you can't be Riddick Bowe. Let's call it right. You can't be Riddick Bowe if you start blowing out of your ass in 5 rounds. That's just honest to God's objective truth. Zhang got a draw at Jerry Force when he should have knocked him out, or at least bare minimum won by decision, because he had no conditioning. He gave up almost the entire second half of the fight to Philip Hrgovic and wound up losing on the cards because he had no conditioning, all right? Joe Joyce didn't make it long enough in the fight, took tactics conditioning, right? So is Zhang a Southpaw Riddick Bowe? Absolutely not. He doesn't have the conditioning to be that. He doesn't have the inside fighting skills. And truth be told, if what Sean George is saying is true, he's gonna have to do what Raymond Ford did to me with Otabek Komatov. He's gonna have to shut me up and put me right, because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I think Zhang is a very dangerous fighter for about the whole fight, but his gas tank is only there for about 5 to 6 rounds, right? So he's a bit of a front runner, and I'm breaking that word out again. He is a little bit of a front runner. He's dangerous. He can punch. He's big. He's 6'8", the heavyweight division. He don't even need to be fully, have full energy to knock you out. But I think Zhang's conditioning or lack thereof lets him down in a lot of fights. And I know, I follow Zhang real closely. I know that he's been swimming and taking more steps to up his conditioning. So I know I know he's not losing for a lack of effort in that department. He's trying his best. That's all we can do in life is try our best, right? But to sit here and flap your gums and compare this man to Riddick Bowe, who discipline aside, apart from him being overweight and maybe not fully living up to his potential, skill-wise, I mean, Riddick Bowe had everything: the chin, the jab, the straight right hand, the uppercut, the left hook, the speed, the power, the defense, the inside fighting at that size. I mean, there wasn't anything Riddick Bowe did not have from a skill standpoint. So for you to sit here and say Zhang is very skilled. I'm not saying he's not skilled. Zhang isn't just a kung fu guy. He's an elite power puncher. He's got a great jab. He's very well schooled. He has a high IQ. He's an aggressive counterpuncher. There's a lot of amazing attributes about Big Bang Zhang. But Riddick Bowe, he is not. And I was already picking Joseph Parker because I just don't think that Zhang's conditioning is going to be up to par. And I think Joseph Parker's championship experience, the amount of activity he's had over the years, the confidence he's gaining under the watchful eye of Andy Lee, is just going to be a little bit too much for Zhang, in my opinion. And I think Parker might be a slight underdog in this fight. But I'm going with Parker. I think Parker is going to beat Zhang. If Zhang don't get him out of there in the first couple rounds, his ass is grass. But listen, I look forward to it. It's a great fight. This fight is going to cause a lot of debate on our lives here on True School Sports. And I just wanted to get out here and say that Zhang is very good, one of the top heavyweights of the era, but he is not Riddick Bowe. Get that out of your head. That's all I have to say about that. But a good fight this week. Looking forward to seeing Zhang in action as well as Parker. It's always great to see both of them in action. They're both exciting. They both have been net positives for the heavyweight division. And even though I thought Zhang lost to Hrgovic by 1 point, I give him respect because not only did he fight Hrgovic, which you get respect for automatically with me, but he actually fought him so well that he deserved. He did more than enough to get the decision. He just left a little bit to be desired and came a little short. But he's a top upper echelon elite heavyweight, and I don't want anybody to get my words minced or misconstrued. I just don't think he's like Riddick Bowe level skills. And I think that's not crazy. So leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterfield, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.